Okay, so some fractional multiplication and division. First we change the improper fraction, the number with the fraction into just a single fraction. So 3 1/2 is 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. We have 7 halves here. And 2 1/3, that is 7 thirds. And it is as easy as multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. But the final answer will be like this. You can always check, instead of multiplying, you can simplify before you multiply. Are there any common factors on numerator and denominator? There aren't any, therefore 49 over 6, and it won't simplify. You can change that, of course, into a mixed number. So 8 6 is 48 and 1 left over, that will do it. The process is pretty similar for the division. Right, change both numbers into improper fractions. 1 1/2 is 3 over 2. This is divided by 3 4/5, that's 15, that's 19 fifths. And then we leave the first, change to multiplication, and we flip the seconds. And we have a little look, are there any common factors we can cancel? There are not. This is 3, this is times 5, this is 2 times 19. There are nothing that simplify. These are all prime numbers, so this is 15 over 38. If you're wondering about this kind of flip and multiply, let's just go back and try and explain that. Let's take a minute to try and explain that. You have been taught, no doubt, that 2/3, if you times the top by 4 and multiply the bottom by 4, we scale them up, then that becomes 8/12. And there 2/3 is equivalent to 8/12. They represent the same amount. I mean, they might look a little bit different on a diagram if you chopped into 3 or 12 pieces, but they essentially cover the same amount of stuff. Okay, so that means that if we have a divisor, a fraction, as long as we do the same to numerator and denominator, we keep the fraction unaltered. So let me give you this: 2/3 over 1/2. Okay, so here's a fraction, so it's 2/3 divided by 1/2, but we're going to employ the same idea that if we do the same to the top and bottom, we keep the overall value the same. So I'm going to times the top by 2 over 1, so therefore to keep the fraction the same overall value, I times the bottom by 2 over 1. Now can you see why I chose 2 over 1? Because on the denominator now, a half times 2 over 1 is actually just 1, and on the top we have 2/3 times 2 over 1, which is 4/3. And of course 4/3 divided by 1 is just 4/3. So that's why actually when we do a fraction division, it's just the same as taking the divisor and flipping it and multiplying. But below here is a full step through explanation of why that actually works.